Well, Mitt Romney is getting cozy and, more importantly, open and like never before with his financial backers, or maybe like no other politician before. We've got Neil King with this story joining us now from Washington, D.C. Neil, thank you very much for being here. Always a pleasure when you're here. Tell us about this.
You know, I've talked to probably 6 or 7 big Romney donors today, and they all say basically the same thing, that this is a campaign unlike pretty much anything they've seen on the Republican side anyway, in terms of its responsiveness to donors, its inclusiveness to donors. You send an email, you make a call to the Boston headquarters, they get back with you, whether it be a campaign question, a policy question. And the whole kind of inclusiveness is coming to a head this weekend, Friday and Saturday. The campaign is flying everybody out from Boston to Park City, Utah. All the big donors are coming. There are going to be about 300 people. And it's basically a big kind of gab fest, round table series of discussions and the like with these donors, and not only the campaign and Mitt Romney himself, but a whole slew of Republican personages, various vice presidential potential picks and the like are all going to be there. It's going to be an interesting session.
Yeah, it sounds like it. You point out that it's more open than perhaps something similar in the past would have been with other candidates. Tell us about that. Why the change?
Well, you know, what people say is that it shows the kind of crisp corporate efficiency of the Romney campaign in interacting with its donors, maybe in the same way that a company would with its shareholders or its big investors, and that they're doing it with that kind of calculated responsiveness. When I say openness, by the way, I'm not talking about public openness, because this is a openness to its big money people. You have to have given at least $50,000 to be invited to this event. Meanwhile, the people that are going to be there, the donors themselves, the bundlers, that list is not being disclosed. So there's an openness within the donor community, so to speak, but not exactly an openness to the rest of the public.
Now, is this going to be seen as a good thing by the voting population, or is this going to be seen exploited in a way that says Romney has lots of big money backers by the Obama campaign, who does have big money backers, but he also has a lot of small donors too?
Yeah, it's hard to see how it'll either not necessarily be that noted, or it will be noted in a somewhat negative way. I mean, this is taking place in the exclusive resort town of Park City outside of Salt Lake City. It's the scene of Romney's rescuing of the 2002 Olympics, and it's in all these very select posh hotels where a lot of money people will be gathering, somewhat outside the gaze of the media. So it's hard to see how it exactly rebounds to his favor, other than spurring more money and bringing more donations in.
So do you think this campaign will be determined on money, or is it going to be more the economy? Because we talk about what's going to be the deciding factor in this, and I guess everyone wants to know. We've been talking about the economy all day with the Fed, and now we're talking about the donation stuff with the campaign. Which do you think?
I think it'll be a mixture. I mean, the economy is a symbol for reality, like the facts on the ground, and economy, the jobs, that's the biggest fact on the ground there is. Money is all about perception and molding those facts and turning them into advertisements and trying to get to people's opinion-making part of their brain or voting part of their brain. And the people that have the money can mold the facts in different ways. And I think already the Obama campaign is starting to concede that it may well be the case that they're outspent in this election this time around. They had a briefing today here in Washington, his top campaign people, and they were saying, we now think we're going to be outspent by the Romney campaign. And we don't know if it'll come to pass that way, but I wouldn't put that out of the question.
Great stuff, as always. And we shall see soon enough, won't we? Thank you very much. Neil King with the Wall Street Journal, working hard as ever.